Hello and welcome to Likeable, a show where we discuss stand-up comedy from an entry-level perspective. My name is David Stickle. I am your host, and today I am guest. Our guest is Mr. Connor O'Brien.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. For the viewers at home, not just audio listeners, we're here in Whatever Man Studios. Do we want to say the name of the place? Do you want
Totally, yeah. Whatever Man
plug 'em?
Studios,
This
yeah.
is the Ian.
Locked in with Ian Bick.
Locked in with
Shoots
Ian
here,
Bick.
yeah,
Yep.
in the other room, and
Hell yeah.
this
There's
is
like
his space.
a lot of cool. Ian's got a big YouTube channel.
Yeah, TikTok, YouTube.
Hell yeah.
He's top something on Spotify.
Hell yeah.
He's been in the top 10. So yeah, definitely cool podcast to check out as well.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
legit studio that we're in here versus
Yes.
me using my cell phone for this or the coffee shop we usually record.
Yeah, right,
There's
yeah.
photos of Ian with Mr. Beast on the wall
Yeah.
outside the studio.
Totally. There's Mr. Beast chocolate bars. That's like whenever my guests come in, I'm like, grab some snacks. He's probably like, those are my snacks.
We're not sharing. We're
Yeah.
not caring.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just shot an episode. Did you have fun?
I did, man. Yeah, you were a good guest.
Thanks, dude.
This is my 5th episode, so just
Okay.
trying to get better. I could tell you're versed in the podcasting world, and yeah, just trying to be natural and have fun and doing the podcast, man. But yeah, I thought we had a good conversation, dude. It'll be a good episode
Yeah,
for
it was
sure.
very silly, I think. Yeah. You're a great host already, man. You got your format down, you got everything. Yeah. How do you like it so far?
It's good, man. I like doing it. I think it's fun. I'm doing it like as kind of like, all right, this will be a great way to have clips, get people on. We're naturally gonna laugh maybe 20 times in the hour, and whenever we do, I'm sure that's probably a clippable moment we could share with the people and people watching the podcast. I think it's cool to. I like talking too. I know you were saying you like talking, and I just want to kind of share my voice, I guess, and I like doing it. It's fun. I like having a casual conversation. Those are the podcasts I listen to, and yeah, I think that part's cool.
It is cool. It is cool. I enjoy the I listen to your podcast, and I enjoy it because like he does this. If you haven't seen Connor's show yet, we do a meat and potato segment.
Yeah,
And what chips did I get today?
today it's a guess the chip, and you didn't guess it correct, but he was very close.
So I got a setup for failure.
He did, yeah, he
You
did.
fucked me.
It was generic. It was Big Y brand,
Uh-huh.
and it was the Craven Ripple Cut original flavor, and they don't taste good without dip. We figured that out, yeah,
Uh-huh.
because I've had them with the dip. Like I was watching football last Sunday, and like made some dip. I put those in there, and they were really good. Yeah, but
Yeah.
plain not so good.
Yeah, they were pretty solid. Probably they were like maybe low sodium. I feel like a little healthier. Health conscious potato chips.
Definitely,
I'm
yeah.
about it. Yeah, like
Yeah.
the kettle cooked.
I like those. I try to stay away from seed oils, but every chip has like definitely seed oil in it. And it's like kind of weird. I read the label and it's like sunflower, canola, and or this oil. I'm like, which one is it? Just tell us. Like and or. Like what?
This
Yeah.
oil had a casual conversation with that oil, and then they made this chip.
One thing led to another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for those that don't know, Connor is an amazing stand-up comedian, dude. You've become like you did a Krog show with us almost a year ago, and you've become like almost a person of folklore
Wow, really?
amongst my Krog crowd because they remember you, and they're very much just like, who's the whatever man? Like you've merch that's whatever man now.
Yeah.
Yep, go check it out on the site. Buy my merch too.
Yeah, check out the merch, man.
Yeah, but
Etsy, man. Yeah.
We have this bit about, just be, if you were a superhero, you'd be whatever man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's awesome. But people remember you from your bit, which I think personally would be like the most ultimate compliment as a comedian is like, they don't remember anything other than like you made them laugh and why.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome. That's good to hear, man. I didn't know that. Yeah, but
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
great to hear. Thanks for telling me. And it's cool. Yeah, I mean, I think when I do a show and I do that joke
Mm-hmm.
after the show, like people will come up to me, they'll say it to me, whatever, man, as like
Mm-hmm.
a catchphrase or something I'm kind of known for. And I've decided to make that like my brand pretty much
Mm-hmm.
is like, whatever, man. It all started with like an idea I had for like a skit. And I was like, let me turn this skit idea into a bit, and then I tried it out, and I've been running with it since. And now I have a podcast and like a website and merch named after that. And like that's my goal eventually. Is like just to kind of have that as my brand and be whatever, man. But
Mm-hmm.
that's cool. People know me as that, I guess. Yeah, a couple of
Dude,
people. Yeah,
they love you, man.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
that
yeah.
was a fun night. Yeah, that was a fun show. It was intimate. It was packed,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I remember doing my best material and like it
Mm-hmm.
was doing well. So that was a fun night. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's I'd seen you maybe once before that, and
It's beginning to look a lot like show dates. Dave's going everywhere. All right, that's probably too much. I gotta Grinch this up a little bit to fucking balance out the holiday cheer. Max, get the no, that was a terrible. Max, no, terrible. I can't do the Grinch. I guess we're not doing that today. Welcome to the Interruptible. This is the show dates from Interruptible until 27. I'm going to be in Albany, New York on a showcase with a bunch of people, and they're funny. I'm very excited. Assad Badnow, I think, is how I say his name. I don't really know. He was on Tires. That's cool. Sean Barnes, Holly V, they're all going to be there. I'm very excited to rekindle a flame. I saw Sean Barnes this past weekend on a live update for you guys right now. I saw him at the Comedy Works in Saratoga, and Sean Barnes and I spooned on one of the couches. He'll deny that. He will, but it happened, okay? It happened. And if you don't believe that, tell it to my shorts. Okay, moving on. On 12/31, I will be closing out 2025 at Laugh It Up on a lineup with Michael Ingumbiade and Elizabeth Becks and other comedians. I'm learning as we go who is on this goddamn show. I'm very excited about it. Laugh It Up, 12/31. Tickets are available somewhere. They're on the internet. And this is a very long, because we have so many to do. On 1/1, New Year's Day, I'm going to be in Luxor Lounge in New York City. On 1/3, I'm going to be doing a Don't Tell. And I almost said what it was. And I really, close one. I was it's beginning to look a lot like ratting these motherfuckers out. On 110, I'm going to do a winery show with Kevin Ludlow, my little special guy. We're going to be there. He's not hosting. I'm not hosting. We're doing actual time. This is exciting. I think Jacob is hosting. So, Jacob, if you're listening to this, I'm coming for you, buddy. On 17, we got the Krog Show in Rhinebeck, New York. On 124, Sloop Joke Bomb. There's events for both of these on Facebook. Please like and show that you're interested. And Joke Bomb, buy tickets because that helps me a lot. Then on 130, I don't remember what the name of this show was called, but I think it's Moonshine and Laughs with Kay Gutos up in the Lake George area. I should have done my research before doing this, but here we are. It's beginning to look a lot like Back to the Show.
see, I'd seen you once before at a show, and I want to say, well, because I've seen you at open mics before, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like at a show, you get more time, than just like 5 minutes, and it's material that you like are comfortable with and practiced. And I want to say, like, I remember seeing that bit and being like, oh my god, that's gold.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And then Danny was my co-producer for the Krog shows back when.
Yeah.
And I was like, Danny, who do you think would be good on the show? And he's just like, you got to get Connor out there. And I'm like,
Wow.
fuck yeah, we got to get Connor out there.
Damn, yeah.
So yeah, it was like that was a no-brainer. And even when we started doing the Sloop shows, Kevin and I, you were the first person that he mentioned
Wow,
as far as
awesome.
like potential like headliners.
Wow,
So
cool, yeah.
yeah, it was like and then the time you were able to come on the Sloop Show
Yeah.
was like kind of circumstance where it worked out. Like you happened to be free, and we happened to have somebody drop like last minute, and I was
Yeah.
like, who's gonna do this? And then I remember Kevin's wish list, and I'm like,
Damn, yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you to him and you and Danny too. Yeah, it's nice
Yeah.
when people have you in mind. It feels good and like, yeah, that was a fun show too. The Sloop Show, yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's
a good
nice
time.
doing like 20 minutes or so. Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Do you we talked about this on your podcast like a little bit, but like you're I've always like been amazed by how like when you start a show, Michael and I talk about this too. Like when you do a show, like you are you every time. Like you are your cadence, you are your pace, like and you don't change seemingly for the crowd, but they come to your level, which is just like amazing because like if I were to go before you, like if I were to host or feature or whatever right before you, I speak a lot faster and
yeah,
I move and all that kind of stuff. We're very different stylistically, I think. And then, the crowd just got used to all of that. And then, I introduce you and you come up and then you do your thing, which is hilarious. And then, but like it takes a minute and like you don't seem to get rattled up there. Like, because, and we referred to this on your show, but there was a show we did at a park after dark,
yes, yeah,
and the crowd was like a little rambunctious, a little moving around, and you just did your thing, and after 2 minutes they were locked in and laughing at what you were saying, waiting on every punch, dude. It was
right.
like it was very cool to watch.
Yeah. That I
Yeah.
feel like I'm getting better at it where like I'll go up with a plan and like I think if it's a chatty crowd or some people who want to get involved, like I'll do a better job, like increasingly better, hopefully, where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take this in a different direction. Like I remember I did like a really late night show like 3 weeks ago, and like that was like when I felt like I was gonna do my 20 minutes, like all my jokes, material, and then I was like, these people are like hammered, and they're talking and they want to be involved, and like I just skipped all that, and I just kind of let myself like come out a little, which is nice. So like I think there's two parts. Like what you're saying is like I am myself on stage, which is true. It's like my voice, my cadence, like most of my jokes are real things like I've said that I later write down or like an idea I had and I'll write it down as is. So I could just go up on stage and it's natural and it is who I am. And then the second part, I forgot what I was gonna say. But oh yeah, it's like I have those jokes, right? But then there's also me, there's me and what I plan to say, and then there's me in the present moment. And I think when you allow those to like blend and like you allow yourself to be yourself on stage, you got to leave room for that. I don't know the science. I'm still figuring it out, like as we all are. But I noticed like that a few weeks ago where it clicked a little where I was like, all right, I'm telling stories from my childhood. I'm saying things that are just popping in my head, and I'm making people laugh still, even though I didn't have these written down or planned. And I think I was able to still kind of maneuver that crowd. And that was like a kind of a moment for me where I'm like, all right, like I did a good job doing mostly crowd work tonight for the first time, like where I felt that good. So, yeah, I think you got to have like a little bit of yourself come out, and you got to be ready to adapt and do your best. Yeah.
Are you comfortable with crowd work?
No, but I think, yeah, once I get people laughing and they know my style, my sense of humor, crowd work becomes a lot easier because I think to a degree, like most of my laughs are from my delivery and like that works with crowd work too. So yeah, they need to know my delivery. They need to kind of get a sense of who I am, and then I could put some humility out there where they could laugh at me, and then my crowd work becomes funnier. Then I feel comfortable. So I think the answer is I feel comfortable after I've already proven myself to these people.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you
Yeah.
when you start, you've been a comic for 3 years now, right?
Yeah, almost 3 years.
Yeah. crazy successful so far, in my opinion.
Thank
I feel
you.
like I'm just like buttering you up a lot.
No, I
Yeah,
feel good, man. Yeah. Put me on a biscuit, dude.
Yeah. We're biscuit. We're fucking Red Lobster Cheddar Bay
Yeah.
right now. Yeah.
This is nice, dude.
Yeah,
I'll come
yeah.
on the podcast anytime.
Yeah, man. Anytime you feel down, just hit me
Yeah,
up.
I
I'll
needed
set up the
this
tripod
today.
and we'll just make you feel good.
You're like a yes man, bro. Yeah, my boy.
Yeah. When you started to do comedy, was it like, was your voice different? Like, I know this is how you normally talk, but like, I feel like when I got up on stage for the first time, I might have been a little bit more monotone or like just trying to remember like what I was trying to say, versus like, over time, like I kind of got a little bit more comfortable in just trying to be funny,
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have like so like your delivery, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
is just like a big part of your punch,
Right.
So is it like, did you just like, did you figure it out, or was it just like a natural thing, and then like once you got there you're like, oh, okay, like I have to make sure everything I do includes this delivery?
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think it's a good question because it's what I was thinking like during the last question we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad you asked because my voice wasn't always like this. That's how I
Okay.
feel, especially like the I mean, a few months at least, maybe the first year even, I was doing a voice, and I had
Oh.
a friend, who's like, she's like a booker in New York City. Her name's Amy, and she was very instrumental in like showing me the ropes like right away. Like I was doing her mic that she was putting on, and she was just giving me great advice. Like first of all, I wanted a stage name, Big Red. And she's like I signed up for the open mic, Big Red, and she's like, "What is that?" Like, you're Connor O'Brien. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, "No, I want to be Big Red. Like, that's my TikTok name." She's like, "No, you're Connor O'Brien." I was like, "Okay." Like, all right. Like, I'll
Yeah.
listen to you. You know what the hell you're talking about. And then she was also like, "Stop doing like a voice." She sounds mean. She's not that mean or
No,
anything.
she
But
sounds like a good teacher.
yeah, she's like a great friend who like knows what she's talking about, and she's like, "Stop doing a voice. Like you're doing a voice. Like you're trying to talk like a comedian. Like don't like." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. Like the more you listen to it." So yeah, I was definitely like saying jokes the way I wrote them, which is in this voice. And then when I stopped doing that, it started really clicking, like just using my normal voice. And now, like a lot of my bits, I think my jokes, I should say, are like in this voice that I'm used to doing them. I found in like a cadence for each joke that works, like an
Yeah.
inflection point on each word that works. So I stick with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's sometimes where you gotta like branch out and be a little more natural.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Do you remember what the voice was that you were doing?
Well, I had these jokes that were like so bad, and they
Yeah.
were like so forced. It sounded voice.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't even like a crazy voice. It was just like you listening to me now. I'm just talking like this is how I talk. It's very low energy. But then me, I'm like, hey, like, so I was watching a Law and Order. Like, what's up with that? What's up with Law and Order?
You just got like a bow tie. You're like,
Yeah, like
in
huh?
recent news.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah. So, yeah, it was something like that. Because I used to do comedy like when I was in college, and I did 3 open mics, I think, and then I stopped for like 10 years or something, or 8 years. So 3 years I've been doing it now. Like coming up in March, there'll be 3 years where I've been doing it and taking it seriously and stuff. But
Yeah.
when I first started 3 years ago, it was like how it was back in college when I did those few open mics. I was doing like a voice. And I was doing well, man. I was doing well. Not as well as you, though, the first time. Because we were talking about, too, how I was at your open mic. And I would slightly disagree with what you just said, is that, like, you were also very natural, maybe more monotone, like the
Okay.
first time you did the mic, but it's similar to your style you still have, which is good because it worked then and it works now. So I think that's good. But yeah, it took me a while to find my voice and like, yeah, it's, I don't know, like you were talking about coming from storytelling. So if you're a storyteller, like you should do that voice that you tell stories in. And it's like, you're kind of like people tell stories. Like I listen to my uncles tell stories like during the Thanksgiving or whatever, and like the way they're telling it is like grandiose, but it's gotta be because it's like people are listening. Like, what's he gonna say next? You
yeah.
know. Whereas like a joke that I might have that's dry, it's like needs to come off as monotone. Yeah.
What I love about storytelling is that like there's so many creative choices to make while speaking, and like sometimes if I want to tell a story and I really want people to pay attention, I can bring it down like really low, and then just when I was, and then boom, big joke,
Okay,
and
yeah, nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like it's fun to play with that, but it's like there's almost like a little sleight of hand, but with the voice, and
Yes,
that's like
yes.
kind of cool. Like I like that part about storytelling, but I mean like that's why it's like why I love your style so much, because like you found your voice. Like to me it was right away, right?
Yeah.
Because I only know you with this voice.
True.
Right? And then it's just like, and you say you have like a more dry delivery, but like you also just have like this like great like self-awareness of like how you look, how you present, that you use that, and then you also just like your jokes are just funny on their own. Like you don't have to like change your voice flexion to make it work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you're just
true.
like A, B, C. Everybody's like laughing. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah. And you're just like, God, I'm like, God damn it, that's a fucking good joke. Because I'm
Wow,
laughing my ass off too. So that's like, you know what I mean? It's like a different kind of comedy, but it's just like, mine is different than, yours is just like fucking just good writing.
Yeah. Well, yours is like that too, where it's like they don't expect it. So it's like the unexpected punchline. That's, I guess that's any joke, but like it's like, boom, all right, I didn't see that coming. Now I'm laughing.
Yeah.
But you have like a personality that's different than mine. Like I feel like you're like an alpha kind of dude. Do you feel that way? Like
An alpha?
Not even an alpha, but like maybe like I could see you like at a bar, like we're all chilling, like you're the guy like people are like kind of looking at, and you're like making people laugh. Like you have that personality where it's like you're kind of like people are like, all right, this guy's a cool guy. He's like funny, yeah, and not an alpha like crazy alpha, yeah. But like type A, I'd say. Would you say you're like type A, maybe?
Yeah, I would say I'm type A. I think.
Yeah.
I'm like type A with a lot of stuff. I'm type B with some other things.
Yeah, I
I'm very
feel you.
passive about a lot of stuff, but like I've like no problem with confrontation. Like like we had a guy at our one of our last shows, and he was like talking, and like during the comedian set, very rude, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna go over and talk to him. Like, it's not like and if he didn't like what I had to say, then to get him to leave, like that's just part of doing the production, and
That's good. Yeah.
I don't get nervous about that kind of thing. It's just the only thing I feel nervous about is like if I have to do it and then it bothers the people around him that I'm talking to this person and trying to get them to go, and if it's gonna like escalate and cause a scene, that's what I think about. But
That's nice to be conscious of other people's experiences, but like not being afraid to like say what you need to say to that guy. It's like, dude, get the hell out.
Yeah, because ultimately I'm like, I'm not wrong. I'm never wrong.
Nah. I hear you.
I've never been wrong ever in my life.
No way, dude. No faults. Yeah. I feel that way too.
My comedy is mostly about how stupid I am.
Yeah, me too, man. I like playing. Like someone told me as an advice, like you gotta be like the joke needs to be on you on stage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where that's like good advice that I've gotten. Yeah.
That's what Bargetzi's always done. Like he's always just had like every situation he's like figured out how to like make him the butt of the joke.
Yes.
And
okay.
it's like that the crowd just like loves it more because you're like never punching down on somebody,
Right,
and it's just like you're not going to lose
Yeah.
anybody if you're just making fun of yourself. And
No, yeah.
So but also don't be self-deprecating too, like I'm not going to stand up there and be like, I'm a fucking idiot, guys.
No,
and cry for 45 minutes.
No, don't do that. Yeah. But you could do it like balance. But also crowd work, I think, like what I was saying before, is like the crowd work helps. I'm helped out like crowd work wise when like people are kind of already having the opinion like, oh, this guy's kind of like dumb or whatever, and that will help me with crowd work. But I think what you could do is also be like confrontational and kind of like like antagonistical when you're doing crowd work with the audience. They seem to like that. Even I get away with that too, where I'm like straight up mean to some people,
Yeah.
and everybody's laughing because I think you have to set the stage first. Like, all right, I already made fun of myself for 10 minutes. Now I'm making fun of this dude over here. You know?
But if you go the other way, it doesn't work at all. Like if you just
Nah,
come out making fun of somebody and then you try to make fun of yourself, they're already like disinterested. They're like, fuck this guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to get them on your side first. Yeah.
100%. You said something about how you can kind of present as not as smart as you are. You're actually like a really fucking smart guy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
How do
yeah.
you know that?
Huh?
Already? How do you know?
Because we were
smart.
talking.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
We were talking about how you do. Do you want to talk about your full time thing?
Oh,
Like in 2 seconds, or do you don't want to talk
just
about it
like
at all?
what it is. Yeah, I
Yeah,
do like finance, I
Yeah,
guess.
you do payroll. Like, this guy is sitting here like answering emails real quick, and you're like, oh, I get emails all day. Like you're doing this thing, and then but people look at you. They probably don't think that.
Yes,
And,
definitely.
But like even just watching your podcast and listening to the episodes, it's like. You do a lot of research on what you can legally say. You're very thoughtful on like what you can do and what you can't. Versus I'm just like winging it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is dumb.
Well,
But you're
yeah.
you're at least doing research.
But I feel like you're doing like already a way better job of like interviewing me than I just interviewed you. Like I feel like it's like this is very I'll just say halfway through whatever we are, like very casual, but like it's directioned. It's like, oh, dude, this guy's asking questions. Like, I'm just like, oh, yeah, you tweeted it too. Like, all right, yeah. Let's just talk about raw milk.
So the thing is like when I started this, like I was hoping it would be more like what we just did. Like,
but this still is, I think.
Oh no, I just mean like my podcast in general. Because I came to you, I didn't send you like the pre-show like blurb thing, but I used to like ask comedians to like bring bits and like all that kind of stuff. Like We Might Be Drunk, they work on bits.
Yeah,
right, show.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'd really love like this silly. Like I told you, like my favorite podcast is Soder, and they just like he'll like go off on these like silly tangents and riff and all that kind of stuff. And somehow I just fell into like this interview format of, I think it's just what I naturally do is just ask people questions. So I'm just like, all right, well, I guess I don't have a fun podcast, but,
I think it's good though. It's fun,
Thanks,
but it's
man.
also like a little planned or whatever. Even if it's not planned, it's like
it's not planned at all. Actually.
No, you're just good at it. Yeah, that's type A though. I think.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
You're good. Yeah.
No, you were the episode we just shot was like super fun, dude. We you got me to riff a little bit. Like that was really fun. Whatever if it stays or doesn't, that was some good shit.
We got some stuff in the vault, bro. Yeah. But yeah, man, I would say you're smart too. And I think what you were asking too is sometimes it's like unassuming. Like, do you ever feel that way? Maybe because I feel like people want to assume I'm smart, and that even happened in school. Like, I would be the guy goofing off in class, and it's like we're all goofing off, me and my friends, and then we all get our test, and it's like, oh, I got the B plus. They're like D or F or something, and then they're like, wait, what the hell? Like, you never told us this. I'm like, I could do both, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way or whatever? Not even like school wise, but just in general.
Yeah, I think all the time. I've had other comics tell me that like if they like looked me up on like Instagram or whatever, like if they were doing a show with me and they'll interact, they're just like, you're actually a little bit more thoughtful than we thought you'd be. They're like, because I think I look like a gym bro or whatever, a dumb farm guy. I don't know, but I get that a lot. They're like, hey, you're actually like a little bit more thoughtful.
Yeah. But yeah, you don't want to judge a book by its cover, like
No,
but people do it, and it's like. Yeah.
Some people I definitely do.
Yeah.
I have to. Like, they're just, nerds.
Oh, yeah, some nerds. Yeah, you got to shove them in a locker.
Yeah, man. One pair of glasses. I'm just like, you're going down, dude.
You're done, kid.
Swirly o'clock when I see you.
Yeah. Dude, do you ever bully kid? Or, like, what was, like, the extent of the bullying in, like, your high school? Or
So, I had a bit about this, but, like, in high school, I'm still a big guy now, but in high school, I was 5'6", and I grew to 5'8", right? And that's where I was in high school. I got up to 5'10" after high school, But in high school, I was 5'8", and I was
That's a big jump.
It was
Yeah.
a big jump, man. And I was 320 pounds in high school, so I
Wow.
was spherical.
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
But I was legitimately the fattest kid in school.
Really?
Like that was,
Yeah.
and I think it got to a point where it was so fat that only other fat kids picked on me, but all like the cool kids did not pick on me, But like I would just roast the fat kids back. So we were just like we would have like a little fat kid table.
Okay.
We just like hang out crushing
Must have been a
milk.
supportive table. He's just chugging milk.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those stools
geez.
at that table are gonna go, dude.
Those screws. They pray for those screws.
Yeah. Look at why is there 4 kids but 8 lunchboxes? we don't know why.
Yeah. So you didn't get shoved into any locker. They
I
wouldn't
would
even
not have fit,
fit.
dude. I got barely shoved into the bathroom, dude.
No.
And then it's like,
A whole room.
get in there.
Get in the science lab.
Yeah.
Oh man. Jeez.
It was tough.
Wow, dude. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you got some strength now. You're looking
Oh,
fit.
yeah, man. After high school, I just like I had a girl. My first ever girlfriend cheated on me in high school. Right, I was so upset, and she cheated on me with a kid who was just slightly less fat than I was. So to me, I was like, it's the body weight. It's not because she's a bad person. You know?
You blame yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So I this is how nuts I am. I ran 6 miles a day every day until I lost 100 pounds, and that was
Oh my god.
yeah, and that was
Wow.
a year and like a half.
That's awesome, dude.
yeah,
Good
yeah.
for you.
And then I
yeah.
started lifting weights, and here we are, obese
Nice.
and heavy.
Wow. dude.
yeah.
Ah. Well, I
Yeah.
hope she sees this, dude.
She's dead, but it's. I was waiting for that. I was so waiting for that. Yeah, she passed away, man.
I'm sorry.
about it.
I'm
It's
very
okay.
sorry.
It's okay. I did it. No, I'm kidding.
Hey man, hey karma. No, no. Rest in peace for real. I guess. Yeah.
honestly, yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
No hard
but
feelings.
yeah, glad you're doing well, man. Sorry, that was worse.
How do you recover from that?
I don't know.
Crowd work gone wrong.
Yeah. So what else you had in mind? Crowd work gone wrong. Way wrong. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have an ex that passed away?
No.
No?
Not to my knowledge. No.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us, man.
Yeah, you don't want that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It happens. That's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. We covered it on a previous episode.
Oh,
Actually, yeah.
that's my fault for.
Go back to that episode, viewers, and get it. It's a good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to go to the back catalog, see where I went wrong,
Yeah.
see how grave of an error that is.
No.
We're
I don't
gonna-
think anybody cares.
Yeah,
I
we're
know.
good. Ah, hey, we're here. Yeah.
We're cool. We're cool.
Good.
Yeah. What do you do for fun, man?
Oh, fun. I love video games.
Okay, what games?
Lately, I've been playing GTA.
Okay.
And I shouldn't even say lately. Like, I play Grand Theft Auto 5 and Fortnite.
Okay.
I don't play anything else these days. And
Okay.
those games have been out for 10 years plus, and they're still fun. And I'm like that with movies, too. Like, I love movies. I love going to the movies. That's something I do for fun. And I like rewatching movies. It's like a comfort thing, I think. I've
Hell
heard
yeah.
heard it said.
You're a theater guy, though. You go to the theater.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
I really enjoy the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things is like to put the phone down and walk in and just be like, all right, I'm buckling in for a cinematic experience.
That's awesome. Where do you
Yeah.
put the phone down? In your pocket?
Well, I turn it completely off. Which
Wow.
Nobody does anymore.
No.
Yeah. I turn it completely off. I put it in my pocket and I watch the movie and I enjoy it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I'll go do not disturb or whatever, but I definitely don't take out the phone in the theater. No
Yeah.
way. No way.
The only time I'm like that is like if I've got like a new employee working a shift or a newer employee working a shift, and I'm like, I should just in case, because like
yeah.
because I don't want to be that like I can't tell you how mortified I would be if I just get done seeing like freaking Marvel 6 and like Avengers, they just defeated the 8th Thanos, and then that I just like turn on the phone, is like, oh my god, where are you? Like this toilet's overflowing. Like, oh
we
god,
need
you're
you now.
fucked, dude.
Yeah.
This is timestamp for 2 hours ago.
Yeah. Oh, geez, sorry, I was locked into Marvel 6. It's a banger. Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of movies do you watch?
Dude, I like good movies. I'll say that. Like I won't watch like slop, you know?
I'm a slop guy.
You are a slop guy? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What do you like?
Like Marvel and
Like the Marvel?
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of Marvel, dude. I loved Marvel up until like Endgame, and then I went to the next 10 or whatever. They were all pretty mid.
Pretty bad, yeah.
And but yeah, I don't mind those. Those are, I wouldn't even consider those slop. Like just like B pictures, man. I'm not into that. I like good directors, good cinematography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something, but then I was like, I totally cut him off as far as what good movies.
Oh, you're good. Yeah. No, I know movies, bro. Yeah.
Yeah?
No, I mean, I'm like a cinephile, dude.
Really?
Yeah. But there's a lot of classics like I haven't seen. People are like, "Oh, what about this?" I'm like, "I haven't seen that." Like, you know, and then they'll judge me. So there's always a bigger shark.
What's that classic movie that everybody's telling you to watch that you're just like, I actually don't have any interest in seeing this?
Dude, like literally, I haven't seen Jaws or something. Like,
really?
Yeah, like Jaws or like The Godfather 2. Sometimes I won't even admit that, bro, because you're in the wrong crowd. They'll kick your ass for saying
I
that.
haven't seen any Godfather.
Oh, dude, yeah. I'm not gonna judge you, but like, just know, outside of this room, you're gonna get judged.
We are in Connecticut, which I feel like is Italian territory.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, if you're talking to an Italian person, like you cannot admit that. Oh, I've seen Goodfellas. Yeah, you just nod your head, like, yeah, I remember that part. Don't ever have to comment. Like Sopranos, I haven't seen all Sopranos.
I haven't seen any of the Sopranos.
Oh wow. Okay. So yeah, it's all levels, man. Yeah.
I had very little interest in like mafia culture as a kid. Well, that being said, like I got obsessed with it when I was playing Grand Theft Auto 3. That came out when I was like 12 years old, 10, 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
And should not have been playing that game.
That's too young.
I know. But my dad was just like, I had absentee parents. Like they were working full time, sometimes 2-3 jobs, and they're just like, we got him a PlayStation. Like, what else do you want us to do? Like, his sister's gonna cook him dinner. He's gonna play the video games. Homework's done. I was a good student, you know. So yeah.
That comes first, man, and then like hitting the strip club in GTA 3 comes second, I guess. Yeah.
Just like getting all the violence out. My dad was very. My dad used to like take me to Red Lobster like every Friday or every other Friday, just him and I.
Yeah.
And I get mortified. You ever think about like things when you were a kid and you're like, God, I'm embarrassed that I used to say that.
Things I've said.
Yeah, as a kid though.
I think like one-time things, not like sayings maybe.
Okay.
That's what I think of, but
I used to tell my dad that I wanted to join the mafia all the time.
Oh,
and my dad's like looking at me as this little Dutch-Irish kid. And he's just like, yeah, sure. We're in upstate New York. You know, it's like, it's so ridiculous. But come to find out, like a house like less than 2 miles away from my childhood home, Fat Tony's house. It was like his upstate getaway house.
Oh wow, there, yeah. Oh wow, so you're in mob country, dude.
No, I ended up tutoring like his like grandson, which was kind of funny.
Okay,
yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's right in your backyard, man.
I know. So my dad really should have respected the fact that I had some interest.
Yeah,
but, you know, he was working on his own stuff. He's like, I got to take this little fat kid out.
Right, like all right, fat. Yeah. Some of the monsters are fat though. They eat like gabagool.
I would have fit in, dude.
You would have definitely. Yeah, there's a role for you. Yeah,
I would have been Big Red.
Yeah, you could have been, dude. That would have been a perfect name. Yeah. Dude, you could have been a good fit, like right in between the doorway, blocking that.
Big Red.
We got a fit for you, Big Red. Go block the doorway with your body.
Nobody in. Yeah. All right.
Nobody's getting past this guy.
It's like 4 minutes of me just wedging myself into place. They're like, hold on, we're gonna wait till Red is ready.
Boss, I'm stuck.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here. This stuff's going right.
Yeah,
this guy's a liability in a fire.
Oh, dude, you don't want him in a fire, dude. Yeah. Oh,
Uh, how are you? Smooth transition. How are you? How you digging comedy right now? Like, is it going the way you want it to? Is it like, cause you're doing it's the New York Comedy Club in Stamford, Connecticut, right?
mhm.
And you're past there.
Um, I don't know. I think I did. I've done a few spots through the club. I've done some
Okay.
spots outside the club there,
Yep.
and then the only club I'm really fully past that is the comic strip in the city right now.
Sick.
Yeah,
Sick.
which is a great club. I love it there.
Mm-hmm.
All the comedians are great. There's some older people. There's some younger people. Everybody's nice to me. The people who work there and like the managers and everybody are awesome. And yeah, I do most of my spots there, which is really nice. And
Mm-hmm.
like, if I didn't have that, I mean, I wouldn't be doing as many spots. So that's good. They give you 20 minutes over there.
That's sick,
So
dude.
I'm really growing, I think. Yeah, there's nights that don't go well. There's nights that go great.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones I love, dude. When it's like, all right, like I killed it tonight, like
Uh-huh.
But yeah, you gotta do great every night. But when you do bad, I think they say you learn. I don't really know because I'm like, I don't know what I learned. All I know is I did horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's enough to scare you into doing better next time, then
Mm-hmm.
that's enough.
Do you watch yourself back on like? Do you tape yourself every time?
Audio record every time, and then
Okay.
I tape sometimes. Yeah, yeah. I think like when I listen back, I always listen back. Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, I'm like that did well, that didn't, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say like I've definitely accomplished a lot. And I think I should. I'm pretty proud of that. I'm pretty grateful for the opportunities I have. Um, and then I think I want to do better too. You got to always strive to do better. I think you got to have like a
Mm-hmm.
gear, or like something like you're trying to like do and accomplish. So I have that too. So there's nights where I think it's up and down. It's really interesting because like, and you talk to a lot of like comedians on the up and stuff, and it's like you talk to people and like they're doing great and then they hit a low, and it's a lot of ups and downs, man.
Mm-hmm.
And there's parts where you're like, all right, I have like a great set, and then that great set doesn't do as good, and it's like, all right, I don't have as great of a set as I
Mm-hmm.
thought. So yeah, there's a lot of ups and downs, and I'd say I've been like this year. We're coming to the end of the year. It's a new year, so it's like I feel like what a great year. I've improved a lot. I've accomplished a lot, and sometimes after so much green lights, you hit like some yellows and some reds, man, and
Mm-hmm.
you gotta just like work through those, and like you gotta, just replant yourself and man, get ready to go up again, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How often do you like hit like a? Do you feel like you hit a wall, or like maybe like when you think about your like new year coming up, like is there a consideration of like new goals that you want to hit this year, and like this is what I want to do like this calendar year, or like you know like I think for myself I'm trying to like figure out a way to get myself more established in the city, right?
Hmm.
Because the romance of comedy in the city is like a thing, and
Yeah.
I've done pretty well for myself upstate, I
Hmm.
think.
Yeah.
But like, there's some legitimacy that comes with being past at like the comic strip or Broadway or a couple of these other spots. So like, is there, because you're already past the strip? Is it like maybe another club, or is it potentially like maybe you want to be somebody's opener, or is that like or a feature for somebody? Like, what's like a goal for you, my guy?
Yeah, yeah. I guess those would be next, like getting on the road. Like maybe if someone wants to have me as like their opener and like getting out on the road with them, like I think that would be really good. That would be good exposure. Um, I think I wanna nowadays, like I think like popularity on social media is important. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe if I could get some consistency and some growth in that aspect, that would be good because that's something that leads to like tours and getting booked as like a big headliner because you could sell tickets because you have a big fan base. So
Yeah.
getting that would be great. Yeah, and getting past that, like a couple more clubs would be great. Like New York Comedy Club in the city. Like go to the Comedy Cellar. Like if I could get into those this year, that would be incredible. That'd be insane. But
Does it feel possible?
I think it's possible. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's possible.
You think the Cellar's possible this year?
Yeah, I think it's possible.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just something that you know the process. I think I have the 5 minutes, man. I think I have the 5 minutes to be looked at and be considered. I don't know if I would be totally ready or not, and that's totally fine. It's very early in my career, but maybe at the end of the year, I don't know. If I get a chance, I think I would do well in an audition. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's a lofty goal. Like I understand that.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's a big goal, and then there's a process for these clubs. Like that takes time, and like I'm fortunate to be where I am. I love the comic strip, but yeah, to get to some other clubs would be great. To start doing, I mean, like 5 nights in the city or something, or 7 nights in the city eventually. Like that's the goal. Or maybe you're going on the road for three nights, coming back, doing the city throughout the week. Like that's a goal. I think getting on the Tonight Show is something I'm going to shoot for as well. And that would be a goal of mine. I think this year is maybe get on the Tonight Show or do like a late night spot on one of the
Okay.
TV shows.
Before they disappear.
Yeah, before they. Yeah, that'd be sick. Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon grew up across the river from where I live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's like the big thing is like, oh, Jimmy
Yeah.
Fallon's from around here. And
That's
it's,
cool.
Yeah, it's like a weird
Yeah.
little thing. I've never had like the desire to do like a late night spot. I would love to just go on the road and like open for somebody. The Cellar obviously is like a dream. I remember very early. I like Googled how to get on the Cellar, and then I always like listened to like different podcasts, and there was always like you had to get like 3 recs from Cellar past comics to get like a spot to like to audition, and then like I remember like this is me being dumb in my first like 6 months of doing comedy, but like because I had such a fast start, like by the time I hit December, I started in April, and by the time I hit December, I had worked with 3 Cellar comics, you know.
That's cool. Yeah,
and
that's awesome.
they had no idea who I was. It was
Right,
like it was
right.
very much just like
Yeah.
the last one at that time was Gary Veter, and I'm just like, oh man, like Gary and I text, like it's like
Wow,
cool.
that's cool.
And I was like all excited, and then like after the show was done, like he's polite, but it's not like we're connected at all.
Right,
you know?
right.
And but I think going into that kind of thing, I was like, oh man, I'm so close. And then
Yeah.
and then I see comedians like you or Michael or like Alex Collar or just like other like really phenomenal Monty Mason. Do you know Monty?
Yeah.
Just like guys that just like take a room to like another level, and I'm just like, oh god, I would I would suck out of the Cellar if I did that. You know, like I feel like I could keep up doing my absolute best. I could keep up on a show with some of you guys, but like not consistent at all. You know what I mean?
Right. I hear you.
Yeah. You're like consistently good. Like, you're like
Thanks.
having you headline a spot is like so much of a no-brainer because it's just like he's good. Like it's just he's good,
Yeah.
Alex, Michael, it's just they're good,
Right.
And for me, like if somebody would have me headline, it'd be like a real gamble.
It's a
know?
gamble,
Like,
yeah.
they're like, all right, well, he's either gonna like the crowd is gonna love him and leave being like, wow, what a positive vibe to end on, or it's gonna be like, that guy just trauma dumped on us for like 45 minutes.
Like,
so
who was
rough.
that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I wanted to kill myself.
That's the worst. Yeah, when
Yeah.
you're like, all right, I was not ready for that spot they just gave me, and that went horribly, and everybody there is gonna be like, no, we're not seeing this guy again.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
the worst. But yeah, I would say like, yeah, I feel the same way though. I watch other people go up like at the Strip or whatever, and like it's such a different level, and it's inspirational. Like it's like, all right, like I got work to do. I'm not as good as this guy who's been doing it for 30 years, and like he does freaking 14 spots a week. Like he lives in the city, and he's at the Cellar, and he's at the Strip, and then he's here. It's like, It's like, all right, like I got some work to do,
Yeah.
but that's always good. You got to stay grounded, especially having like a quick acceleration. Like I would say, like I could feel the same way, like where I'm not even 3 years in, and I'm definitely in like a position that it's like, all right, some people took them 5 years to get here, it took them 4 or 6 or 10 or something. So yeah, you got to stay grounded. You can't get like an ego because it's like you're always gonna watch like Chris Rock, and then you're gonna be like, "Nah, okay, I'm nowhere close
Yeah.
to that, and I might never be, which is fine. But it's like you don't have to be the top 10 best comedian ever, but if you strive for that, that's awesome too. It's like, but yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's like two people for the seller, but nobody
Oh,
knows,
okay. Cool.
Yeah. Hey, even better. Yeah.
I'm at
Yeah.
like 7 now, which is like,
Oh, it's 7. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and that's important. And then it's like, I don't know, growth is probably important too. So it's like, hey, I just did my first set with you. I opened and I did horrible, which I've had that to a seller comedian. And then I see him again at the strip and he's like, oh, you're past here? And he's almost like, oh my God, how the hell they pass you? It's like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
you saw me on a bad night, man. Like, trust me,
But
like
they
I'm
have
pretty
to
good.
know that, right? I mean, what
Yeah.
sucks is that like they definitely know that. Like it's like, you can have a bad night. Like everybody
Yes.
they all have had those. But like there's also that thing of just like, oh no, I've seen them perform. They're actually not that funny, and that's also rough. But
Yeah.
it's like I don't know
Yeah.
why people like so like when comics like ask for spots or whatever on like shows and stuff. I often will just try to pay attention to like what other people think when it comes to this kind of stuff, because like I don't know who's funny,
Yeah, yeah.
and like there's definitely been comedians that have killed on a Krog show that
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think was funny, but we booked them because like they are funny, and that's just somebody else had their opinion and I listened to it and I'm just
Right.
like, oh, okay, I'm gonna trust, like Danny's done that for a lot of people, and it's like it's shitty because like people don't. I think Danny like wants to be booked on more shows because he sees that in other people and he hopes people see that in him.
Yeah.
And I can understand why he's having a hard time with that because we've talked about it. I don't know how he feels about it now, but like the fucking he sees that in people and it's like because of him, like I've had people on the show that like maybe I don't think are that great. But he's like, nah, dude, just see how they do.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
And I'm like, but I would hope that somebody from like the cellar would see me and just be like,
Right.
this kid fucking like I worked with this guy Sam Evans like a couple weeks ago, and I think we mentioned on the other podcast, your podcast earlier, but like I stunk it up. Like,
Oh,
like
yeah,
I was
yeah.
so bad. And
Yeah.
like I featured and all that kind of stuff. And Sam watched me just flop, and like I was just like, well, he's just gonna know I'm a nice guy then.
Right.
At
least there's that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I think the next time you perform in front of him, it's like I don't like stress over it, but like it's not like you have to kill in front of him or whatever. But like the next time you do, like you're gonna do better, and then it's like, oh, all right, that guy had a bad night or whatever, or yeah. But yeah, it's nice when people believe in you and like stick their neck out for you, or put someone up because it's like they know they believe in them, and it's like you're only as good as like your word or whatever, and it's like they might have a bad night too. It's like, oh, I could say, oh, this guy's funny, like book him or whatever, and oh, he didn't do that great. It's like, all right, well, he's funny. Like I wouldn't have said it if he's not. And it's a good community, like where people do that for each other and stuff. And yeah, but yeah, I mean the seller's like a different level, like where they're probably like, even if you are funny and killing it, like there's definitely a competitive factor probably at a certain point, like especially if you're better, if they think like, oh, this kid's better than me, they're not going to be like, yo, you got to book this kid, because then you're going to take spots or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm in that position or anything, but like also like on the other end of it, it's like this kid fucking sucks, like he's not gonna kill at the cellar. Like I've definitely performed and I'm like, I see this guy in the room and he's watching my set because he's up after me, and then it's like, oh, like cool, like he's watching, and then it's like, oh, I just did that joke, and it went horrible. And then he only watched 2 minutes, and the 2 minutes were the worst 2 of my whole set. And it's like, if he only stayed for 20, or it's like you're here one night, and it's like this person watches you perform, and then it's like, I did horrible, and it's like they were only there the next night. It's like there's always that.
You have
So
somebody in mind when you say that?
that specific time,
Yeah.
like there was a manager who watched me, and I knew he was gonna be there, and I was like tightening up my 10, like just making last minute decisions, and like I did not do well. And the room was a bad room. Everybody kind of did subpar that night in their own words, like, and we were all so excited, and then we were all just like, how'd it go, one after one, and it's like, yeah, not great. And it's like we're gonna be harder on ourselves than we have to be, but that's just how it is. It wasn't meant to be. Then you go the next night and you kill it, and he's not there. It's like, all right, didn't do it under pressure. If you don't throw a touchdown in the Super Bowl in the fourth quarter, you lose the Super Bowl, man. And then next season, in the preseason game, you throw 4 touchdowns. Doesn't matter, man. That's the preseason, bro. But there's always another season, man. You're always gonna have another chance.
Unless you get injured.
Yeah, unless you tear your ACL. Yeah. You don't want to do that. Like, if you have a bad game, that's something, bro. But you don't want to be like rupturing stuff.
I feel like having kids is the ACL tear of comedy.
Having kids?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You're gonna be sidelined for a while,
I feel like,
You might come back, but you ain't playing like you used to.
Oh, that's probably true. But then you have all new material about being a father.
That is
might be
true.
more relatable or something.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have kids.
And not just for comedy, but
Well, I don't know.
if it gets you in the cellar, yeah.
Someone's
Yeah.
holding it in the cellar.
Shout out to the cellar, man.
Yeah.
But there's other methods of success too, like other measurements of success that like you
Yeah.
define, man.
Money.
You gotta define it. Money's good, dude.
Yeah.
Money's
Yeah.
good.
There's people that maybe don't do the cellar, but they tour, and they'll do clubs and whatnot, and they'll what time we got there?
Oh, it's like 4:42.
No fucking way.
Yeah, you probably gotta run,
I gotta
right?
roll.
Oh,
Shit, dude,
yeah.
that flew by so fast.
That was like an hour, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow.
God damn.
Yeah. Sorry, that did
that's a
fly
crazy.
by.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah. Sorry, I was getting calls. And
No,
stuff. I
no,
was
that's
like,
okay.
I don't
That's an
know what's
abrupt
wrong.
ending, but that's
Yeah.
okay, man. That's how
Yeah.
this podcast works.
All right. Yeah.
Dude, well, Connor, I've buttered you up a lot.
Yeah.
But I do want to say, you're a great guy.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, you are too. Yeah.
Yeah, this has been like this feels like a play date. How we've hung out today.
Yeah,
And-
dude. It was
yeah.
fun. Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
a play date. Yeah.
It was cool.
Let's do it again sometime.
Hell
man.
yeah. They locked us in this little room and we just played, man.
We're locked in with Ian Bick, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're locked in by Ian Bick. Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
we can't get out. Actually.
Dude, it's like a casino in here, man.
There's
That
cameras on all of
AC's
this. and we
pumping.
Can't escape the
No
room.
windows. We don't know what time. It's probably
I
dark
think,
outside.
I think somebody's doing laundry. You smell that?
No.
No? Oh, I smell like dryer sheets or something
Oh.
like that. Maybe it's me.
Maybe it's long COVID.
I'm picking up since I smelled
Long
2020.
COVID. Yeah. Oh, that
They're-
chicken
they're coming
parmesan.
back, dude. Yeah. Shit.
Wow.
Sick. Well, thank you, dude, for staying a little bit longer after yours and like helping me get this done. And
course.
like, dude, I've been a big fan of yours since I've met you. So
Wow, thank
Yeah,
you, man.
thanks,
You too.
man.
I remember that first mic you did, and I was like, this kid's got it. And I think I told you because I made sure, and that's something people do. You got to make sure to tell someone. And look at you now, man, killing it. So thanks for having me on, and thanks for coming on my podcast, man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I have an exit, but I don't actually remember what it is off the top of my head. So we're going to end it here. Music.
Music.
Nice,
Nice, dude.
Thanks, man.
Of course, man.
Hell yeah. Oh, jeez. I keep hitting this light. Dude, because I keep looking at you, and then I'm a klutzy guy. All right, so if it's 5 o'clock and it takes me roughly 2 hours to get there, I should be there right on time.
We're showing ink, dude.
Yeah, putting it out there, man. Yeah, onlyankles.com.
Yeah. I usually just say that for my girl, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
But showing ink today.
We got ink, dude. We got content now.
Oh yeah, dude.
Uh,
18 plus.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's